Greetings, greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, grand rising, depending on what time of the day it is for you and whatever region you are joining me from on this amazing Wednesday. Happy spring for those of you who I have not met since this spring. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, facilitator, and mentor. In other words, if we are a match, I am more than likely your one stop shopping. However, before we can know that, if I am the match for you in any of the areas that I just mentioned, I want you to check on my Booksy link, book a consultation with me so that we can get in the conversation and see whether or not we are a match. You can also text me at 203-885-5093, and I'll give you more details on how you can book an appointment with me. I am live here on StreamYard 6 days a week at 9 a.m. Eastern. I am testing out different times. For those of you who are accustomed to be seeing me on TikTok in the mornings, I do have a new time slot there as well. I am now going live there at 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Those we are testing out as well. And if we need to modify, we will modify those. So that's some housekeeping. All right. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so because that's where you will find the recording from most of my content, new and old. But old that does not mean they are outdated. There are still so many values in them. I've been listening to many of my content myself, and if I may say so, I am being blessed as well. So check me out. Also on Instagram, I am showing up more frequently as well. So work with me. Welcome, welcome. My intention is for us to build a vibrant Daphne's movement so that we can get into the habit and the practice of making a difference in other people's life, regardless of where they are. We can touch them because guess what? We live in a world now that is so virtual, and we can just get in touch with people wherever they are. So, with that being said, I want to welcome those of you who are here on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. And because I'm on the amazing platform called StreamYard, it allows me to have access to three different platforms at this time. So let's get to the conversation at hand. This morning, conversation is, are you ready to accept success? Are you ready to accept success? Many people, or most people, would say yes. Some would even say, I'm not sure. And that's all right. And that's the reason why we are having this conversation this morning. Success, like anything else, we have to accept it. We have to give it permission. We have to say yes. We as human beings, we must speak into existence that which we desire. Let me say that again. We as human beings, we must speak into being that which we desire. So that means you can't just get up every day and sit around, and like some people I know in the religious community, they've been fasting for 10 years. They have been praying about it, yet they are not speaking it, that they accept it. They keep going back and they keep begging God. And I said to a friend of mine a couple of years ago, God already know what it is. Why aren't you thanking him for it? Because once you pray about it, you don't need to keep going and praying about it and praying about it and praying about it 365 days a year. There is no need for that. Once you acknowledge what it is you want, begin to show gratitude for it, because you know you have released it to the universe. So it's now for you to live the life of expectancy. It's time for you to live the life. Yes, I have this thing. Let me enjoy it. Let me be in gratitude for it. So begin to speak that which we desire. There is power in the words that we speak. The reason so many folks are broke, because that is what they speak 24/7. They're always speaking about what they don't have. You'll very rarely hear them speak about that which they do have. I am here to tell you from personal experiences, when we give gratitude for that which we have, it multiplies. It looks like if you're a cook, you know you measure the rice. And you know that a dry or raw half cup of rice, you know when it cooks. In Jamaica, they say the rice swells. So in other words, they expand. So you're going to get much more than you put in the pot. And that's what gratitude does for us. It allows our situation to expand and becomes greater. So don't just sit around and look at what other people are doing and get into envy and jealousy about their success and their progress. I'm here to tell you to begin to speak that which you desire. Is it a wife you want? Speak it. Is it a husband? Speak it. Is it success? Speak it. Is it wealth? Speak it. Is it good health? Speak it. Whatever you desire, you can speak it into being. Nothing will manifest until you begin to speak it. We are our worst enemies. because we are always, always, always speaking against our prosperity, against our wealth, against our health. There is power in the tongue. Those of you who are Christians, you always love to quote that scripture. But when it comes to applying it to your lives, that is where you are short. It is not only about the prayer and the fasting. You need to speak the positive words. That is what will energize all of your desires. We got to give our success permission to come into our life. It's not about working hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's about working smart and know what universal resources we do have available to us. We are not going through recession in the universe. You and I serve a Father that has abundance. There's no recession in the kingdom. I personally know several people who became, greetings, Queen. Greetings. How are you, Jennifer? I personally know several folks who became millionaire. Hey, Queen, I thought you're at work. How are you? Millionaires during the pandemic. How did they do that? They speak that which they desire. They know they were in quarantine. They know they're home. And they say to themselves, there is this thing I wanted to do. And because of the job, I couldn't get to do it. Now I have all this time on my hand. I'm not leaving the house. This is the time for me to do it. Let me give it all that I have. We got to speak that which we desire. You and I have the ability to rewrite the script of our life when we saw the desire. Okay, thank you for stopping, Queen. Just press the share before you head out. Whatever script you and I want, we can write it. We can always flip the script of our present life. There is power in the tongue. There is power in the tongue. What do you choose to speak? Be selective of the words that utter out of your lips. You got to be able. You got to be able you got to be able to write that script that you need. Draft your script and lay it out to your master editor. Who is your master editor? Your master editor is the universe. You go to the universe and say, hey, this is my script. I know for the past 40 years, I had another script. That script is outdated. And I have written a new script. And this is what my script entails. You begin to walk and live in gratitude. You begin to administer whatever information you have in that new script. You begin to walk the walk. You begin to talk the talk. You are speaking that which you desire. And the more you speak, and the more you desire that new thing that is in your script, you are saying to success, I'm ready to embrace you. Many folks spend too much time watching what others are doing. Let me tell you something. I can't imagine how tiring it is for you to be tracking somebody else and watching what they are doing. I was listening to a speech by Brianna, and she said the thing that helps her to be so successful is being humble and to believe and love herself. Because she said once you fall in love with yourself, you don't ever want to be anybody else. And isn't that the truth? Why are you going around wanting to be somebody else when you are pure solid gold and diamond? Why aren't you embracing yourself? Why aren't you embracing your brilliance? That's what's getting in your way. It's not a lack of education. It's lack of appreciation and desire. It's a lack of acceptance that everything that I need to do whatever it is I need to do, I already have. There are many folks who are back down about that paper on the wall. Don't get me wrong. I have them too, but that's not what direct my life. I'm so busy making a difference. I don't have time for people to ask me. Those of you who are part of my community for a long time, you know, people want to ask me, oh, wait, which college you went to? That has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. And you shouldn't let that be a hindrance for you either. Because most of us, the certifications and the educations that we studied, that is not what is directing our life now. However, I can tell you as an older woman that everything that I have learned over these 74 years of life, I get the opportunity to apply some of them each and every day. Had I not acquired those knowledge, I would not be able to tap into the wisdom of that teaching. But I'm telling you, do not let that prevent you. Do not let that stop you. I want you to begin saying yes right now. I know what you're saying yes to. Begin to show appreciation. You all know what you have. You all know what folks are calling you to ask your advice on. Did you ever stop to think that? Did you ever stop to think that thing that you're always giving people information on, that is your business? Greetings, my namesake. How are you, Queen? Have you ever stopped to think that same thing that you are giving advice on for free, that could be a business for you? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about it? Is it your fashion? There's something special about you. Is it your cooking? You know, my friend Robin said to me, you need to blend those spices and sell them, because folks used to always want me to cook for their children's graduation and their weddings, anniversary and everything. And they're always dropping the things off for me to cook or want me to come to their homes to cook. Yet they never buy the spices, because they don't have any understanding that to make a proper, delicious meal, you need the right spices. And I said, you know, you are so correct. She said, write the cookbook and include the spices so that we can buy those spices. What is it that you are sitting on? We are all sitting on gold mines, myself included. We are sitting on a gold mine. Let us wake up. Let us wake up. Let us wake up and take action. It is time for us to speak that which we desire. There is more than enough for all of us. We are not experiencing a recession when we think on our creativity and our brilliance. Sisters, let's elevate each other. There's no reason for us to be in isolation because we are suffering from mistrust. I was there, I can tell you. I used to not trust a person from my nose to my top lip, because I was insecure and I did not understand that because I'm authentic, no one can steal what I have. But what a relief it was when I understand that I was walking in uniqueness and authenticity. So I can go out there in all of my brilliance to make a difference. What it is you are suppressing? What is it that you are suppressing? You are holding yourselves back. You are holding yourselves back. Let us make a commitment today to free ourselves. We are going to be freeing ourselves when we take others by the hand and guide them forward to acknowledge their greatness as well. Each one touch one. We are all standing on the shoulders of others. Those of you who believe in ancestors, you know we are standing on the shoulders of some great people. Let us begin to speak that which we desire. That which we desire. Let me welcome Queen Sonia. Let me welcome Queen Daphne and Queen Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. We have Texas and Pennsylvania in the house. Thank you guys for showing up. And Danbury, Connecticut. Hello, AJ. It's a good to see you, my brother. How are you? It's good to see my old friends are showing up. AJ and I, we know each other for many years. Many, many years. He's another gentleman who is so devoted to his community there in Danbury. You know, he's an active part of the Indian Association. So it is so good to see you guys showing up on here. Kindly share this live so that other people can come. So I know some people are stuck, and I hope these conversations that I'm having will provoke you enough to get unstuck. Because guess what? Life is always going to be life. There's nothing we can do about life. Life gives us lemon. What are we going to do with the lemons? We make lemonades. If life throws us a curveball, what we do? We catch it and we direct it. So it is in our thought process, it is in our mindset. We can always remold the clay that we get. Always. We are never going to be throwing a piece of clay out. We are going to look at that clay and we are going to say, how can I remold this? I don't think I have ever learned about a potter tossed in a piece of clay that went out of shape. That potter always put it on the wheel and then we spin it and remold it. And it is the same thing that you and I needs to do. So I invite you, regardless of what's going on in your life, many of us have lost friends, some lost family members during this pandemic. But you and I, we are still here. Let us now revisit the way that we are living our life. And we are not living our lives for ourselves. We are living our lives for the greater community. I know AJ will understand what I'm saying there because he lives his life for the broader community, and many ethnic groups does that. And I think that each and every one of us needs to expand our thought process and admire how other cultural and ethnic groups live their lives. And we will be able to learn a thing or two. We all need to get out of isolation. We need to get out of isolation. We need to learn from other people. What do you have that is different? How do you do this? How do you do that? Instead of being stuck away. And we can't accept success because we are isolated. That's why so many people are jealous of others who are making wave and who are doing amazing things. We all have the same canvas. You and I, at birth, we got the manual. In that manual, we had a canvas. What are we planning to do with the canvas? What are we willing to do with that canvas? Only you can answer that question for yourselves. Only you. But I want you to look deep in your soul when you answer that question and ask yourselves, am I living up to my universal potential and ability? Am I? Or am I sitting around watching what others are doing? Ask yourselves the question. It is never too late to start over. It is never ever too late to begin. Regardless of where you have been, regardless of how long it took you to say yes, you are not hearing this conversation by mistake. This was divinely set up for you to hear this conversation. Today is the day for you to accept your success. I want to thank each and every one of you who have joined me live, and for those of you who are listening to the replay, kindly drop a remark in the comment section. Please share it with others, because there are many people out there who need to be saying yes. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I'm a spiritual healer. I'm your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, and mentor. I want you to click on my Booksy link. It's daphneclarkhudson.booksy.com for any consultation, any reading, any coaching. That's where you can book your appointment. I look forward in seeing you again right here on this platform. It is your time to say yes. I hope this conversation this morning made you uncomfortable enough so that you will begin to say yes to all of your greatness and all of your brilliance. Kindly share this recording with somebody else. I love you. It was a pleasure seeing each and every one of you. And I look forward to your energetic comments in the remarks section. Love you guys. Stay blessed and be safe. And again, happy spring. Love you guys. Bye.